What's up? Welcome back to the channel. I haven't done one of these in a while, but I like doing them, so I just wanted to get on here and respond to some more comments. I'd like to learn how to sing with a scratchy voice, but it's embarrassing to practice here with other people in my house, so it's a dream for now. Yeah, I mean, if you don't practice it, then you're not gonna be able to do it. I sing in my barracks building, and it's, there's people all over the place, so I try to be respectful, only do it during certain hours. I have been complained about before. Kind of just gotta get over it, Acoustic 38 says, "You freaking people on here need to stop encouraging everyone and anyone that can scream. It's getting ridiculous." First of all, this comment isn't even on a video where I'm screaming, so I don't know what he's on about. I'm singing a Alice in Chains song in this video. So, do you mean just like I had some rasp, so therefore it's screaming? Like, I don't know why this is on. There's other videos you could have put this on and it would have made sense, but I'm literally not even screaming in this video. It's a very boomer thing to say because if you know anything about vocals or have any sort of appreciation for music with screaming or, heavy music, you know that not anybody can scream. It's really, people that say that anyone can scream and it doesn't take any talent, like, they have no idea what they're talking about. There's a great video by Jared Dines that illustrates this perfectly, where he goes around to various people and randomly just asks them to scream. And some of them sound really good, and then some of them sound really bad. There's a technique to it, just like singing. It's not something that just anybody can do. So there's some sort of angry boomer energy coming through this comment, and I just thought it was funny. Rye733 says, "How long have you been playing a 7-string?" Well, the one in the video that this is on is actually an 8-string. This one, it's Ibanez. I don't know what the model is, but it's a budget 8-string. It's not like a crazy nice 8-string. This is the first extended range guitar that I ever bought. The guy that I bought it from put a Seymour Duncan in the bridge, so it has a really, really good tone, and it plays pretty well. As soon as I bought this guitar, because I wanted to try it out, an extended range guitar, because I love Stephen Carpenter, and he uses extended range guitars, and I loved it. I instantly just loved it, and I'm definitely going to be buying more in the future. But I did just buy a Strandberg 7-string. Don't mind the not trimmed strings. I don't know where my wire cutter is right now. It's incredible. I definitely want another one of these. I'm probably going to get an 8-string one of these. I just love the way it plays, and it has the Fishman Fluence pickups that just sound unbelievable. They just absolutely scream. Amazing heavy tone for those really low tune, down tune sort of songs. Incredibly comfortable, just the most comfortable guitar that I've ever played. Multi-scale, so it stays in tune really, really well. The intonation is solid if you get it set up right. I never really was in love with the whole headless no headstock kind of guitar, but I saw it in the store and just tried it out, and the playability and the sound, like, I didn't care how it looked. And now I actually really like the way that they look. I think it's really cool. This is a comment about my original song I put out like a month ago. It's called Attis. You can stream it from the link and all my socials. Will Tip says, "Yo, the song is amazing. When will you drop an album? I want more." Thank you. First of all, I appreciate it. I was really happy to get that song out. I'm probably not going to do an album. In past bands that I've been in, I've done like 5-7 song EPs, and then I did do a full-length album with my band Control. I kind of just like doing singles for now, just because, one, like, as songs get done, I can put them out. I can spend a lot of time on a song and make sure that it's really good and put it out, because I don't have, this isn't my full-time job, so I don't have a ton of time to work on a full-length album. The other reason too is just that it sounds weird, but for a lot of people, a full-length album or even like a 5-song, 7-song EP is kind of it's kind of overwhelming, like when it's a band you've never heard of, like, or someone that you're like checking out, like, oh, I'm gonna check out their music. People are a lot more likely to consume a single rather than a full-length album. It's just like, oh, I got this whole album, and they'll kind of like skim through it, and but with a single, it's just one song. It's a lot more easy to stomach, I guess. I'll put it that way. As my songs get done, I'm always working on tons of songs at one time, and then I'll make one song, and the next day I don't really like it, and then I'll move on to something else. That's kind of just how songwriting goes. As the songs get done, I'll put them out one at a time, and that's what I'm going to do really until either I have more time and resources to put on a full-length album. If down the road someone wants to sign me and put money toward an album for me, then yeah, I'll do that. But for now, like, I'm probably not gonna do any sort of full-length album or even an EP. But I am working on some stuff, and I'll hopefully have another song out sometime this summer. Would be cool, hopefully. Just follow me on Instagram for updates on all that stuff. Thank you for your question. Mountain House Visual Media says your song is so good. Thank you very much. It's got such a 2000s hard rock vibe, but modernized. It's beautiful. I want it in a snowboarding game, lol. It's funny you mentioned that because I love snowboarding games. I played all the SSX games back in the day. Cool Borders. I even played like the newer SSX games. Even like just extreme sports games in general. Tony Hawk games, dirt bike games. I love stuff like that. A lot of bands that I listen to now that I discovered from snowboarding video games, like Finger 11, their song Good Times was in SSX3, and I love Finger 11, and I discovered that band from that video game. Also in SSX3, there was a band called Autopilot Off that was only together for a short while. They only had like 2 albums, I think, but their song Clockwork was in that game, and that led to me going into their discography and looking at all their songs. So yeah, I would love to have one of my songs in a snowboarding video game. That would be a dream come true. I mean, any video game I'll take, but specifically an extreme sports game would just be awesome. We should make that happen. City Strangers says, what band were you in? I was in a band called Overwatch years ago. It was long before the video game. We made a couple EPs. I don't think any of it's online anymore because no one's been like, you know, updating it or keeping up to date with it. And then I was in a band called Control, which was the band I was in right before I joined the military. We did a lot of cool stuff and had some good years, had some bad years, and you know, that's kind of just the business. Had some years of you know, things are going great, people are listening, people are putting us on shows, and then the next year it slows down and no one cares, or something like COVID happens and just shuts down the whole industry, which is what happened to us. We had all these things lined up for 2020, and then COVID kind of canceled all of it. But yeah, I mean, I loved being in a band. If you want to hear the Control stuff, it's in the link in my bio. As soon as I can, I'll definitely be in a band again. You know, it's not done yet. I'm gonna keep doing this that I'm doing now, you know, with my videos and my own music, and then eventually I'll get back in another group. Versace Cowboy says, how do you like that Taylor? I've wanted a Taylor acoustic guitar for as long as I can remember. I'm pretty stoked that I finally have one. Just plays amazingly, sounds amazing. It has a lot smaller of a body than my other acoustic guitars, which was a big plus. My Takamine that I use, the orange one that you've probably seen in a lot of my videos, it's a decent guitar, but the body was just huge. And I also have this Yamaha acoustic that I also like, but you know, I wanted to get a guitar with kind of a smaller body, something a little bit more lightweight. This has that, and it's just the perfect size. Has this sort of like flattened edge here to make your arm sit a little bit nicer. Yeah, I love it. It's a great guitar. I'm probably not going to own an acoustic guitar anywhere that nice for a long time. That's going to be my go-to acoustic for, I mean, long time. Life with Tommy says, through all the Creed hate over the years, I still can't stop myself from singing a Creed song at any given moment. The nostalgic factor really hits. There's a lot of comments like this on that video. A lot of people saying like, I don't care what anyone says, you know, I like Creed. Creed had some bangers, you know. There's a lot of people that are tired of all the Creed hate and you know, aren't afraid to admit that they have some bangers, because they do. I mean, I'm not a Creed fan. I'm not gonna listen to a Creed album all the way through or anything, but like, dude, they had some great songs. Like, come on. And I mean, Mark Tremonti is just an insane guitar player. You know, he's doing Alter Bridge right now, and they're awesome. But like the guitar work in a lot of Creed songs is legitimately really good. I think a lot of people like to hate on Creed just because Scott Stapp can be a little cringy in their music videos and stuff. He can be a little cringy. And people like to make fun of that sort of stereotypical 90s rock way of singing, you know, like I did in that video. Like, that's exactly what I was doing. I was kind of pointing fun at that. the whole, you know, home in there. But, you know, the songwriting's good. People that say that they suck and there's nothing redeeming about them, it's like, you're just bandwagoning, you know? Like, it's okay to admit that Creed has some good songs. Same thing with Nickelback. You know, it's okay to admit that they do have good songs. It doesn't mean you have to like them and think that they're the best band in the world. I agree. Very, very good comment. Little Maggot says, how to make everything Deftones. Chorus effects. Yeah, pretty much. Blacklit Music says, I've got to ask, what do you use to capture your audio? And most use camera lens. I love your videos, great work. Thank you so much. Well, for my audio, this is an Audio Technica AT2035, and I've had Audio Technica mics before, and they're really good for the price. Like, it's a lot of bang for your buck. I got this one actually at a pawn shop for like 90 bucks, which I would recommend that a lot of people do. People don't do it enough. I don't know why. A lot of gear, you really don't need to buy it new. Just go to a pawn shop, and if you don't find it, go to another one and it's probably there, and it'll be like a quarter of the price. Because what happens is people buy music gear, guitars, you know, microphones, and because they want to play or they want to do something with it, and then it just sits there and they don't use it. And then years later, since they never used it or did anything with it, they're just like, oh, I need some money, you know, strapped for cash, and then they pawn it, and then it's like, it's just been sitting there in a closet for years, so it's pretty much brand new because it wasn't used, and it's like a quarter of the price. So I buy my microphones from pawn shops or, you know, online. Online is a little bit more sketchy just because at a pawn shop they'll usually let you test it to make sure that it works, and then if it doesn't work, you can always just easily bring it back in and say, hey, it doesn't work, like, give me my money back. Online is kind of sketch because you never know really with online. My camera that you're seeing me on now is a Canon EOS Mark II, I think. And then I just use the default lens that it comes with. I don't really know much about cameras. I just looked at reviews and people said that it was good, so I bought it. I usually record my videos on this and then with the microphone at the same time, and then I go in and I line up the video and the audio. And that is all I got right now. I want to do videos like these more. I like doing these, but I get a lot of the same questions, you know, I get a lot of the same comments. So when I have a list built up of comments that I haven't seen that I think are worth responding to in a video, I'll make these. Any questions you want to ask me or comments you got, let me know, and maybe it'll be in the next one. Thank you guys for watching. If you haven't heard my song, Attis, it is on all the streaming platforms. You can find the link for it in my bio and in the description for this video. I just put up my Deftones Immigrant Song cover and my System of a Down Brains 2 cover on my Spotify and on my Apple Music, so those are up there. And I will have the Deftones Everlong cover on there as well soon. I've been getting a lot of people asking me to put that up there, so follow me on Instagram to stay up to date of when that's gonna happen. Should be up within the next like couple weeks, but when it is, I'll let everybody know again. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.